Their comments also reflect perhaps an insensitivity to the ugliness of what the temple now represents. An insensitivity to the beauty of Jesus, an insensitivity to the ugliness of the false religion that is now taking place within the confines of that temple complex that they're admiring. They see the beauty of the buildings, but do they really grasp the ugliness of the religious activity that now characterizes that building? Do they see it? Do they recognize it? What they found pleasant to look at had now come to represent what Almighty God would no longer tolerate. It's about to be torn down. God doesn't hesitate to tear down what they probably could not imagine being torn down. Doesn't bother God at all to tear that building down, to tear that complex down. It has never been rebuilt, has it? It's still gone. The statement of judgment is still there. God didn't hesitate at all. Because what God saw there was ugliness. You have made my Father's house a den of thieves. Did they see the ugliness of it all? When Jackie and I, when we'd been here 10 years, you generously, beyond, that's not even a good enough word, but I'll use the word generously. You sent us, both for a wedding anniversary at the time and our 10 years here, you sent us to Italy. And so we got to go to Rome, and we visited Vatican City, and we got to see some beautiful buildings and cathedrals and paintings and statues. I mean, wonders are housed in these buildings there. And yet as I walked through those buildings and I saw all the beauty, constantly on my mind was the religion that is represented in all of these things, which is hateful to God. When you talk about Roman Catholic theology, folks, you're talking about a false gospel. And so there, with all of this beauty, is that which actually calls forth the judgment of God. No longer seems so beautiful to me. I couldn't get past in my mind. The beauty was there. It's undeniable. Great buildings, great works of art, unimaginable wonders, but representing, unfortunately, the false religion that is associated with it. Can we see that? Today, do we have the ability to see that with the great cathedrals and the wonderful buildings that are so often associated with false religion? Do you see the ugliness of what is represented in the beautiful things that have been built in the honor of false gods? That wasn't always the temple's association, but by the time of Jesus, it certainly was.